Oh, it's Juneteenth, June 19th, the Emancipation Proclamation, my good sir.
Говорит и показывает Москва.
You only get the national closure days. I don't know. Can you hear me right now, Ferret? I don't think you can, because you're not subbed. You can. Oh, wow. Okay. Did you get like turbo or something? You're blabbering. Yeah. 3 seconds. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drake Age 2000 show. I'm your host, Drake Age 2000. So glad to have you here on a very early Thursday, apparently. We are in crippling debt, as is usual, but a little bit of an update. We built a brand new prison to kind of help out with our criminal problem. As you see, we got 74 non-believers in there, and then we've got 88 non-believers over here, which is just absolutely ridiculous. There's so many criminals. Oh, we got a new boat. Can't do anything with boats yet, but hopefully we can soon. I'm gonna continue to try to pay off some of these loans, but I need to keep enough money to float us, because our electricity is starting to get expensive. It's 4,000 nowadays. And last month we spent a lot of money on steel, a lot of money on chemicals, a lot of money on mechanical, etc. You know, we thought capitalism held the market on systemic prisons. Apparently we needed another one though. Like, once we got our police up and running, like doing good, we also opened a second courthouse over here, so we are able to process these crimes a lot faster, and so we're sending the criminals to jail a lot more. Straight to jail. Ooh, new vehicle available. Tower crane. Can I want some of that. How big are they? Tower crane. They're 9,000. Empty weight of 7 tons. Let's buy one. I'm just gonna buy one because I want more than one, but I'm only gonna buy one. Which means, you know what? I'm gonna steal somebody else's flatbed. This guy's flatbed. Change depot or workplace. We gotta remember to put this guy back though. We gotta remember to put that guy back because otherwise we're gonna run into some issues with that. Also, we got the second chemical plant up and running. I've got plans for a cement plant and all that jazz over there. So all right, new stop. I want you to load vehicles and deliver them to here. Go ahead. All right, let's see if he picks up the thing, because I don't know if these guys can move the tower cranes. In theory they can, because it could carry 11 tons and the tower crane is only 7 tons. So in theory it can transport it. In actuality, we are about to find out. We also got another new vehicle. And once he's done, we need to put him back in the thing. Where's this building? Ooh, building on fire right there. Hold on. Let's end. That is kind of a really important building. That building is very, very stupidly expensive. Where's my tower crane guy? There he is. All right, come on. Tell me that you're able to pick it up. He did. Fantastic. Yeah. Alrighty. So now we got a tower crane. That's awesome. That's gonna be really cool to use here in the future. Especially like for certain construction, I'm pretty sure it's gonna drastically help. It's drastically gonna help. Anytime I right click on one of those messages to get it to go away, it takes the camera off of my truck, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is, as they say. All right, the other thing that we're gonna need is I'm gonna need to build the modern rail yard, but I don't know, I haven't seen like a modern track builder yet, and we're not building any new rails anytime soon, so like I don't need it now, but it would be nice to have in the future. All right, as soon as this guy delivers, we'll send him home. And boom, now we have a tower crane here. Fantastic. Boom. All right, this building is on fire. Oh no. No. That building is way too valuable to be on fire. Send all of the fire trucks. Send all of the fire trucks. This building is way too valuable to be on fire right now. Also, let's make this one hazardous waste. Oh my god. What are you doing? Put the gosh darn fire out. Oh goodness. A C2 fire crane or construction crane. What's the C2 version? What's the difference between the two? I just bought the other tower crane, and now you're telling me that there's other tower cranes available? C2 is length 10 meters. Okay. Engine power. One's like a little less engine power. Why would you want less engine power? I don't understand what the point of that other one is. Maybe somebody can help me figure it out, but I don't know what the point of that other one is. We're gonna increase that by 1. We got babies in the kindergarten. We got prisoners in the prison. I still have not solved the crime problem though. We still have 2009 incidences of crime, which is just absolutely insane. Prisoners in the kindergarten and kids in the prisons? Yes. Exactly. Just the way nature intended. We do still import like an absolute butt ton of everything, which makes me a little bit of a sad panda, but like I feel like basically I need probably like 2,000 more citizens. And the plan is like this area over here is gonna be an expansion. And like I've got plans for a big expansion over here as well, but I'm trying not to spend money right now because I need to pay off these loans. Like that's our new goal in life, is pay this down. I need to get this monthly payment of 106,000 rubles, which just saying that out loud is insane. But I need to get that payment down, like considerably down. And the only way to do that is to have some really good export months. Like last month was a 255,000 ruble month, which if we can get more of those more consistently, we can get out of this debt. And once we're out of debt, I feel like we would be in the money, like really, really in the money. Because we're having profitable months, we're just not having consistent profit is the problem. Speaking of consistent profit, I need another farm, and I was thinking about doing a second farm out here, and because this is a lot of flat land, this would be really good for that. Let's make sure on the mini map here that there's no valuable resources there. Does not look like it. But I feel like our next expansion, once we get a little bit more out of debt and stuff like that, our next objective is going to be energy independence and all that entails, essentially. I'm also going to need to bring coal back over here, probably like here or something. Because if I bring coal into here by train, right, that would save a lot of time, effort, energy, etc. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Work on some energy independence. Now, remember in the last stream, I said I was gonna put windmills up here. That's exactly what we've done. They're not great. They don't generate a lot of power. But every little bit helps, really. Anything that we can do to like reduce our expenditures is really a good thing. And there we go, we're in the spring. Heck yes. Welcome to 1959, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1959, February 23rd. The snow has melted. Everything is going to start working a little bit better now that the winter is no longer upon us. Also, let's see here. Does this have like a... It does have a thing. Okay. That's cool. So recently to this guy, I added the ability to deliver water and pick up sewage, which he's gonna be delivering the sewage here, which we're working on. That's why we're spending money. Okay, I forgot about this pipeline. Me and my giant pipes. Like, I tend to kind of go a little bit overboard on that, but it's okay. We need those constructed. Once that's done, we'll be able to start exporting excess sewage, which would be good. We'll also stop spending crazy amounts of money, which I really, as you can see here, we desperately need to stop spending as much money as we are. We got 32 tons of explosives, 34 tons of clothes, so we're gonna have an export here soon, which is good. I wonder if I increase the alcohol production just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're also using a lot of, now that we have like 8,000 comrades, we're using a lot of that for, you know, various purposes. A lot of the food and other jazz and all that stuff. Gravel though is free, so we can build out another part of the road here, just like this, plus like that. That's all free, so we could plan out our expansions a little bit more. I don't hate this idea. The other thing is too, like, I need another double road eventually. All right, so let's keep working on the glorious 5-year plan. Let's keep working on that glorious 5-year plan. Okay, now over here I need like an actual interchange, or do I? It's kind of a rural area. I don't think we need an interchange, but let's do one anyway. That's a really sharp turn. Oh my gosh. Let me delete you. Okay. Right. And then. And that. Like that. And that like that. And then. Why is my brain not braining with this though? I think what if we just kind of just go straight through it like that. And that's why my brain is not braining. It's because I need... Like, how much traffic are we really gonna have down this way, though? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Famous last words, right? I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Because this area is basically going to become like Farm 2.0 basically. Dude, this music in this game is really good. And okay, so the whole purpose of that was honestly this: going around the mountain here. And then we can expand the glorious republic out this way, which means that like we can pull rail in from here basically, and like I could probably pull the rail in from like right here at this interchange and move it up into that section and stuff like that. But we'll go ahead and say, yeah, go ahead and build that. You guys aren't doing anything else anyway, and gravel is free, so yeah. We're getting a lot of ships available to us now as well, so maybe that becomes a part of our 5-year plan as well. Ships, okay. Cargo, medium. When are we gonna get the large versions of these, I wonder? That's going to be an option for us as well, is to work on all of that jazz, right? So it gets because I did plan on this being the harbor and such, which is gonna be quite interesting. Ooh, what is that? It's a mixer wagon. I guess that moves like concrete or something. We need some glorious exports, please. Please, please, please. Are you? No, you are not. Dang it. That guy just sold some alcohol. That guy just bought a bunch of friggin' crops, which is not no bueno. We're down to 62,000 rubles. And because I bought some third world people to try to like solve a problem, I now have a situation where I don't have any dollary dues in order to solve that problem either. Yeah, we're importing just tons of stuff. Is that's all finished? That's all finished now. Oh, why is your power fluctuating like that? You know, the other thing that would be really nice is the bio-waste incinerator. But we're not generating a lot of bio-waste, unfortunately. What are we importing? What are we importing? Why are you guys importing so much crap? Why are you importing steel? Is it because we're trying to fill this back up? Why are we importing steel? Oh, thank goodness. We just had an export. I don't understand. Where are we spending steel right now? It's probably like maintenance and repairs and stuff, but you guys need to stop that. You guys need to stop that. I need more tower cranes as well eventually. It's good that those old trucks can still do that though. Is it the main? I bet you it's the maintenance depots and stuff. Yes, it is the maintenance depots. Okay, so we got 5 tons. We got 11 tons of chemicals over here, but I've set them up so that they don't go and move these chemicals until they have like 30%. Let's try 20%. The reason for that is I want them to be able to have a full cargo load before they head out there. Yeah, 3.3 tons of chemicals. We are saving money on chemicals, but not to the point where I wanted to be able to export chemicals, but we're not making enough chemicals. Like, goodness, we're consuming a ton of water. Yeah, see, we need to produce like 40 tons of chemicals. Realistically, I think we need 40 tons worth of chemicals in order to export chemicals. So the fact that I'm generating like 1 ton per work day, though, like 1 ton per work day, is pretty good. Yeah, so crops are a big expense. We imported 1,000 crops. Okay. Ooh, a new harvester. Oh my god. Do we go deeper in debt? How much better is that new harvester? Oh, that's a NATO harvester. Harvester. It's a 20 km/h. Harvesting speed is 30. That's better than what we're using. This guy is 20 and 24. Oh my gosh, I don't have dollary dues though. I don't have dollars to be able to replace those guys with. I don't even have ruples to stay afloat with either. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? How do we solve our money problem? I think realistically, you know, I don't know how to climb out of this debt that we have. I really don't. We just continuously import just tons of stuff, but I think the answer is to build out a second farm and do it better than we did the other one for. So let's plan that out. We need a large farm, right? We need a large farm connected to... I kind of feel like, do we produce meat and stuff? Like... Let's see here. Green storage. I want the big in again. I mean, is it necessary to be connected? We did connect it to the other one. Kind of like that, maybe. And then distribution offices. They would be coming up that way. Oh, maybe the distribution offices come over here on this side. That way they're not in the way of the farm. We go like 1, 2, right? And we need a little fire station because we have learned our lessons on that one, I feel. Dude, that's a tiny little modern fire station. I kind of love it. And a little gas station right next to it. And I mean, it's free. We don't need that many workers here either. Maybe like that. Okay, and then which one of these has the most connections? Looks like 6 is the answer to that question. I don't really want to be in the way of the rail connection that we're gonna need. New start. Hey, what's up, Judge? No more Motortown? No, we're returning to Motortown. Don't worry. And Gusano, no, this is not a new start. This is just a new expansion to the thing. Ooh, I did not see that we ran out of money. That is horrible. What can we do to consolidate some of these loans? We could take the 1.57, borrow, and repay 142,872. Return. We are drowning in this debt, though, guys. Like, this is absolutely horrendous. And I have 800,000 left. But if I consolidate like a few loans, like we just consolidated 3 loans, and that reduced our monthly payment by like 8,000 rupees, which could help us out by a lot. So yeah, no, we're not done with whatchamacallit. We are not done with Motortown. Motortown still has a lot to offer us, and I love that game. That game is really good. It's just, the other thing is too, like, I didn't want to burn out on Motortown, right? Which is a very real possibility. Actually, you know what? That, I think, needs to just be a straight. Like, burning out on a game, it sucks, you know, because then you don't want to play it anymore. And it's like, especially like with a fun game like Motortown, I don't want that. Okay, so I think that the farms themselves are going to dictate, you know, how we end up. Like, the farms themselves are going to dictate where we end up putting the roads and stuff like that. So, all right, figure out the rail. I need this to connect, like, to that, basically, like that. And then we can back that up, just like that. And I need to give myself enough room for rail like that, just so that I know where that's gonna end up at. Yeah, just like that. Right? Alright. So, we need to go right to right, left to left, Ooh. There we go. Sweet. And we have a building on fire. Should be going to that fire, but just in case you're not, go ahead and head there. Yo, let's do this. Aw, dude, hold on. Hey, Ferret, can you ban that bot? Oh my gosh. Like, how is that still on fire? Dude, how are we importing so much? I think like the cost of the whatchamacallit is hurting us a lot. The cost of the crops is costing us a lot of money right now. So speaking of, I need... Okay, again, the positioning of the farms is going to dictate our roads. So let's figure out where we can put these farms, because they're massive. Right? Can't quite get that right where I want it, but just like that. There's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Ooh, it just fits. 16, 17, 18. I don't like it facing that way. 18, 19, and 20. Okay. Hey, what's up, Shane? Just found your channel via Motortown vids. Figured you'd stop by and say hello. Welcome, Shane. How you doing, man? Dude, this weekend we have another Motortown race. And I have a absolute horrible debt problem as well. Borrow 500,000, I guess. We have just I don't know if I'm gonna be able to recover this this republic. I'm trying my absolute darndest, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to recover this. Why? Because I made a few mistakes back in the early days, and I took way too much debt on, you know, and as a result of all of that glorious debt, we are struggling here, man. We are struggling. And it's kind of super duper extra painful. All right. I think though, getting the second farm up and running is going to be the most cost-effective, cost-saving plan that we have for our next 5-year plan. I feel like this is going to be like the absolute best scenario for us, because we are importing a lot of crops right now. I can't go there, huh? You don't want me to go there? Why? Fine, just go straight then. Okay. I'm trying to curve these into like their source points, basically, is what I'm trying to do. All right, and you can come up here with room for expansion, and you cannot curve into that, but we can make you curve into that with a little adjustment. Oh gosh. All right, never mind. How about that? Can you do that? You can do that. Fantastic. All right, let's do just like that. Get all of these connected up. Just like that. Made me think I missed a day here streaming on a Thursday morning. Yeah. It's a holiday where I'm at, so we are taking advantage of said holiday. I kind of like that. Not gonna lie. Let's do that. Boom. Make all of that happen. Next, we need electricity. We need electricity. Where are we going to get said electricity from is the other question. Did I bring power out here, or did I run individual power? Looks like I ran individual power. Well, do we have a large connection available to us somewhere? We do. Let's run big power out here. Let's run big power out here to this location. Right? And then we can transform that down. We step it down to the small power. This is going to be expensive, but we kind of need it, is the problem. And by kind of, I mean we really need it. Come out. Oh wait, hold on. I don't need that at all. Apparently old Drake had a better 5-year plan involved. There's a power connection right here that I didn't realize was here, so let's use what we already have. And let's come to there. And I don't want to cross like that. I want to kind of follow our infrastructure a little bit so that we're not taking up more space than we need for something silly like this. Okay, power and in. Holy crap, how do I get the power in there? Probably should have went underground with this power. Unless I can just cross this field. Apparently, it's just gonna cut a little bit off of that field. That'll be okay. Alright. Build all of that, please. Citizen happiness is low. I don't care. I do not care. Boom, just like that. And boom, just like that. Alright. So we need our construction crews to start working on all of this, because remember, like I said, one of our biggest expenses right now, one of the big expenses, is that we're importing a lot of crops, like way more than we should be. So I think I think our next 5-year plan is that farm expansion. And I think this farm is going to be a little bit better. And we finally have forklifts. Oh my god. That took forever to get to the forklifts location. Oh my god. But here's our glorious republic. Of course, I usually show this at night for some reason. But let's go ahead and say build all of that. We need our rail yards active now again. So let's activate the rail building. Oh, we got more boxcars as well. The other thing is, if we end up with excess crops, then what we can do with that is we can like do the whatchamacallit, the livestock farming. I have no idea. I've never done the livestock farming before, so I don't know exactly how it all works. But oh, that's the other thing we're gonna need over here is trash. Let's get 2 little trash thingies. One there and one there. And then, well, I guess we don't need trash over here. It's not giving me an indication that we need trash, but we'll build those anyway, just in case. Okay, so yeah, there we go. We got quite a bit of construction to do now. I said no to any future construction for quite some time, trying to get that debt down. But building out a second farm is a pretty easy way for us to cut our expenses. Also, speaking of expenses, apparently it is time for us to run an ad. I'm gonna get up and get a drink here in just a minute. So I think what we do is 2 expansions. First, we do the farm expansion, which I think is going to be a fairly easy expansion for us to do. And then after the farm expansion, if this like cuts some of our costs down, I think our next expansion is going to be up in them there hills to the mountains. But yeah, we'll be right back after this ad. I hate running ads, but unfortunately Twitch kind of forces my hand on running ads. You get an hour's worth of free entertainment, and all you got to do is put up with 180 seconds worth of ads. So we'll be right back. And I'm gonna get a drink and a snack and blah and disappear. Okay. Never fear, your glorious leader has returned. Okay. So, how's the progress going here? And what kind of problems do we have? Oh, there's a new excavator. Oh my god, I wish we had money right now. So part of me wants to start over and start a new republic using the lessons that we've learned from this republic. But I don't know, man. Starting over is very intimidating. What if we put another wind farm right here on that mountain? That could help as well. Oh, you know what? Right freaking here. Look at this. Right? Okay, how many connections? We would have, like, realistically 2 connections. Right? Well, these are medium power. Okay, well, if they're medium power, then we've got a few more connections that we could use. Let's do this. How do we do this? Let's do it this way. There we go. Okay. And then getting power 2. Ooh, hold on. Is that what's going on over here? I'm trying to figure this part out. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. We are back. Okay, I'm trying to figure this part out. Mega wattage. Yeah, like everything here is like generating a teeny tiny bit. Or we're putting like almost 1 megawatt into that connection. There's a building on fire. Which one is on fire this time? That is a really important building. It's right next to a fire station though. But just in case, I'll tell them to go do that. Okay. So we generate too much power occasionally on that connection. Interesting. Like when the wind blows, right? Shoot, hold on. And we got new road cranes as well. That's a good thing. It said that there was a train that was stuck. Go. When you start building rail, like, it always messes up your rail network. Building is on fire. Train is waiting too long. I think we solved that. Yeah. I need those passenger trains to run though. That's the problem. Like those guys, those homeboys need to go. Hopefully this farm setup is better than that one. Again, you know, we're learning lessons in this republic, and I think maybe that's kind of like what we're doing with this republic, right? Because I don't know if we'll ever get out of this debt. This debt is insane. But if I can manage to get out of that debt, then, you know, I would love to continue this republic. But I feel like now that I've learned a few more lessons, I feel like we'll be able to solve a lot of these problems. Speaking of problems, maybe that's what we do, is just build two. What did I do before? I did that before. That's what I did. Okay, hold on. Cancel those wires. Cancel that, cancel that, cancel that, cancel those. Blow that up. Cancel that. Okay. Because I need the power transformer is what I need. I need this guy instead, so that we can transmit that at high power instead of at low power. How do we do this? What is the most advantageous way to do this? I think this right here. Just like that. And then we get the 14 megawatts. Because why not? And it's probably overkill, but I don't care. All right, let's do a little wind farm right here to kind of help out with our electricity costs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then 5 and 6 can all go there. All right, boom. So then you can connect to there, you can connect to there, you can connect to here, you can connect to there, you can almost connect to there, and then you, boom, make all that happen. You know, because there's probably some wind over here. Probably. But yeah, magnetic. It's a holiday for me. I work in a government position, and so like I get to have extra fun with all of that. So this will be really good too. Like we'll be able to fit a really long train in there as well once this is all finished. Honestly, the Republic is doing extremely well. It's just the debt that I took in the early game is what is killing us. Because we've had debt. We've had debt for like 19 years, easy. Maybe even like longer than that, like 20 years. But we do, like, look at last year's expense. Look at this. Last year, we exported 1.4 million rubles worth of stuff. So like, we can make money. It's just the debt just has us absolutely crippled is all. Also, I need a switch right here, I'm realizing. Maybe not that close, like probably like here. And then I got another switch up here. Okay, so yeah, I said it before, but I really do enjoy this soundtrack. It's way better than it needs to be, like realistically, right? The other interesting thing is I wonder if we're gonna use the tower cranes. You know what? I think we're going big, right? I don't need to take the loan just yet. Well, when we do take the loan, I'll buy like another tower crane for these guys. It'll be a little while before we take the loan though. I feel like, you know, if we're going big and we should build some more large flats. What do you got? 150 workers, 210 workers there. 150, 125, 200. I do like this 200 one, but it's only a 75% quality. And this one is 68% quality. I think our best bet is this guy, the 210. Which we can put him like right here-ish. Because we need more workers. It's almost like the game is called Workers and Resources, you know? Okay. Ooh. What infrastructure's in the way? There's nothing there. All right. Well, clearly we need to move that stuff. There's nothing there. That's annoying. Okay. As a result of that, let's... What? What infrastructure is in the way? The hell are you talking about? There's nothing there, game. Hold on. We keep getting new vehicles that we can't utilize. There's nothing there though. Like, why are you... Being a silly Nancy. There's something under. You're telling me because of the heating pipe, you can't build the connection there. I'm calling bull crap on that. What's up, White Rabbit? Dude, we are in crippling debt, man. I really regret taking those loans. We are still... I don't think that... I don't think that this is going to be a successful republic. We are in debt 5.2 million right now. With a monthly payment of 104,000 rubles. Which is absolutely disgusting. It is too much on our system today. Right. I feel like we also need to work on our energy independence soon. Okay, so okay. Let's do that. And we can back that up a little bit. And whatever. Yeah, we're in absolutely crippling debt, my friend. How's the crime looking? So we are still suffering with a lot of crime. 2%, negative 2%, 1,470 incidences of crime. We built a modern prison over here, housing 73 prisoners, and we got 84 prisoners over here. I wonder if we just need to make the crimes a little bit harsher. Because we might need to make it just a little harsher on them. Oh shit, I forgot. Okay, so that means we need our new shopping center as well. Food and shopping center. There's a modern shopping center that can do 180 people, 450 people in that one. Holy crap. Oh, it's got only one connection though. How are you supposed to get meat in there? I bet you get the meat in there by the forklifts, right? Well, that is a really inconvenient spot for it, isn't it? All right, what's this look like? If we go here, right? And then we do the factory connection thingy. Right? And then we do a forklift garage. Like this. And then we get a warehouse. I don't know if this warehouse will be enough. It should be. I hate when the little tooltip gets in the way. No, that's a good thing, having all those prisoners. The only way to reduce criminality is to throw them in prison. You want them to be in prison long enough to reduce their criminality to 0. Yeah, so maybe we increase like that to 2 years. We increase this to 4. We increase that to 7. And it should have increased this guy. It did. I want them in prison long enough to reduce their criminality is a little bit more. Okay. Let's see here. A general storage. We want a meat storage, a meat locker. Right there. Okay. Road. Like that. Oh my god, game. Let me do what I want to. Alright, fine. Whatever. I'll do it that way. And then, I want a. Do I want a pub? Yeah, we can do a pub. Do a pub right there. Okay. And that. Oh, and then I can put like the like a sports hall and all that jazz over here. Ooh, if we could put the modern sports hall in here. Got a little bit of a higher rating. Okay, and then I want a. Oh, dude, there's a modern cinema. Okay. Put that there. Again, we're kind of just going big. Or going home. Again. Guys, we need more glorious workers. We need workers and we need resources, and that's like the name of the game. I think this farm expansion is gonna be the bee's knees. This is gonna save us a lot of money because we're importing a ton of crops right now. Also, White Rabbit, you're welcome to try, but that multi-cargo connector won't work without a forklift. We do have forklifts. We now have the ability to buy forklifts, so that's why we're gonna have the forklift garage over here. Also, I need all of the connections over here. We can throw all of the connections in, like, over here. Get the sewage as well, and what else do we want? Power. I want power. I want power over here though. Like, I want power as far away from everything as humanly possible. I don't know where we're gonna get the power from. We gotta figure that out. There's a spot. Me and my friggin' stupidly long tunnels everywhere. Okay, where do we connect? Let's put a water tower over here as well, like right here. Okay. Now, the water tower, do a small connection to there. And then we need a small pumping station. Like, let's put that here, but switch it around. Small pumping station into a water switch so that we can expand later if necessary. Big pipe and big pipe. All right, where are we getting the water from? Let's get the water from here. All right. Ah, come on. Boom. Water solved. Or about to be solved anyway. Water solved. Okay, now. Yeah, we're almost in the 1960s. Exactly. So, that's really exciting. I can connect into the poop scooper over there, but I need another poop switch because we are out of poop switches after this. After this connection, we are out of poop switches. So, and can I be lucky enough to just tie that in there? That would be too convenient. So it looks like that answer. So there was like one spot where it worked. Hold on, it works right there. Oh, hells yeah. It just works. Oh, you love it. That is beautiful. All right, new vehicles. Train is waiting too long. No, looks okay. Over here. Dude, Rabbit, I think that this is going to be a godsend for us. We also have like the new harvesters and stuff. And these guys have, oh, they've been a blessing. But, like, you know, so over here, right, we've got a new grain storage, a large farm, again, 2 distribution offices, a cargo station to deliver everything. And then we've got a gas station, a fire station, a bus stop to supply the fire station with workers. And that's it. And the rest of it is fields. Which I might cram like some small fields in there, but I don't know that this would be necessary because this is 20 fields right here, including 3 or 4 medium fields. So we got 4 medium fields and then 16 large fields. And I think that would be enough. Also, what's the purpose of the different tower? Ooh, what's the purpose of the different tower cranes? Like this guy is really big. Why are you waiting too long? You know what? Teleport back home. You are causing, oh no, you are causing all kinds of problems. Go home. You caused problems. Oh, you caused massive problems. This is the problem when you start building your rail network out again on an active rail network. I don't know. Why don't you guys use this lane? Yeah, no, I know, but like, I know that, but what's the purpose of like, there's, when we look at the tower crane, right? Like this one has a speed of 43 versus that one's 57, that one's 57. This one weighs less. I see. Okay. So that makes sense. So that part makes sense. That one could be moved by smaller trucks. Oh, okay. So that's the difference. Right there. That's the difference. Is these... Oh, these weigh different amounts. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, let's keep working on this expansion over here. Which, I feel like this expansion is going to need a rail passenger network as well, because this is going to be a lot of people. So, let's just do the... Ooh, we could do it right there. No, that's a bad spot. That's a lot of there's gonna be a lot of people there. We can put it here. I'm not a super mega fan of it terminating right there, though. So let's go annoy the prisoners. Right? I wonder if I can keep it nice and all of that jails. Okay. So just like this. Can we put that? Yeah, we can. Fantastic. We'll just cross over the road. Who cares? Okay. Oh. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Unless I connect in here. We just run the rail through there so that we get a better connection. I think we do. We lose a little bit of real estate doing this, but it's gonna make for a better, easier connection. Yeah. So, like I said, we lose some real estate. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, you like having the connections to the farm? Yeah. I don't really have room now. I mean, we can move that stuff around, but just go. Ooh, go. You're causing problems. Okay. What if we, on this side, do a singular connection instead of a double, like a Y connection? Instead of doing a Y connection, we just do a single connection. And then they can come over here and turn around if necessary. And then we come down here. And this is where we put in the big Y connection here in Scranton. Instead. We'd lose less real estate doing it that way, so... I feel like that is... the answer. Maybe. Ooh, it does not like me today, huh? How about remove the road that runs parallel to the field, like this road right here? We could do that. That would give us room. And that road doesn't really serve a purpose yet. Okay. Alright, so hopefully our demo crews are coming out here to do that. They are. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll just demo that road and then we'll put the Y connection in here. I think that's a good idea. That's why we have you here in the office of the Glorious Republic, good sir. White Rabbit always coming in with the clutch answers. See, when we have our like, look how much money we made last year, okay? Last year, 1.4 million in exports. Like, we do have a profitable republic. We're just not fully there yet, you know? So, we're getting there though. Ah. The sad thing is if I did not have the loans, we'd be super profitable. Building out another wind farm over here to kind of help out with power. It's not much, right? But every little bit counts. Oh yeah, White Rabbit, I forgot to show you. I'm gonna start the concrete factory over here. And it's connected to this gravel right here. Ooh, that needs to be emptied. I think we need a larger... Yeah, we need the larger maintenance thingy over here. Where's that at? I always forget where this thing's at. There it is. Spots for 13 vehicles. Or spots for 8 vehicles. You know what? Go big or go home. Let's do that. Let's put that guy. Oh, he needs power though. Oh, we can put it right there. Okay. Yeah. It's actually working pretty good too. I got a little distribution office right here that takes the crops from here, which is being fed by rail, right? And then it dumps it into here, and then it picks up the chemicals on its return trip and puts them into here, which is, you know, fed by our rail system. So yeah, it works. It's just because we're having problems with you know, we're doing all this rail construction. It's kind of preventing us from getting our workers down there right now, which is really super duper extra unfortunate. This always happens though, anytime you end up with rail construction. I do that, maybe that will help. But the other nice thing is I finally saw some trains use this refueling station the other day. I was like, oh my god, did I waste all of that money and time and effort to build this? And then thank goodness there is actually people using this. We got 25 tons of explosives in there, 28 tons over there. I also increased the production of our alcohol to try to get more exports. But you see, like, even during harvest, we're not filling our grain storage anymore. Which is the why we are doing this over here. You can just teleport home. Like, I don't need you there. You're heading home? You can go home instantly. Congratulations. All right, let's put a couple more. Ah, dang it. That teleported that guy home. That's unfortunate. And there we go. We got temporary signals set up. Hopefully that helps with the confusion. With that, I need to make sure these are not going to get citizens at the end of that. Are you using fertilizer in your farm? Yes, we are. We're buying liquid fertilizer. It's not that expensive, but I do have a liquid fertilizer setup right here that you know, we could get rocking and rolling. But you know, we're spending all that money now. We may as well. Screw it. We're already in crippling debt anyway. Let's just build everything. We are already in crippling debt, so it's not gonna matter. Let's just build all this. Make it happen. The other nice thing, dude, is like we got like more modern equipment and stuff in certain locations. We still have a massive crime problem. I'm hoping that a little bit of an extended stay in hotel. Let's rename this. Let's Hotel Scranton. 5-star comrade. Hotel Scranton, 5 stars. We are. Look at that. 102 criminals in there. Mouse over the prisoners. How's their criminality? Yeah, let's take a look. 0%, 61% there. Okay. 00 85 00 85 27 43 8 15 11 50. So we have a couple hardened criminals,
Говорит
but
и показывает
hopefully.
Москва.
Also, dude, I found the reason to have the secret police. So the reason to have the secret police is, like, we have the government loyalty of greater than 40% in our radio and television stations. And we also did that for our universities, right? And the reason why you need the secret police is if you have this set to government loyalty 40% or greater, if you don't have the secret police, you won't know that they can work there. And as a result, if workers' loyalty is unknown, anybody is allowed to work here. So you have to know their government loyalty in order for you to have a mandatory percentage on your ability to work in a certain location. Right? Does that make sense? So, like, that's the reason why you have secret police. And I gave them each a different car. Move the sliders around to try to get 5% reduction. What would I change? Like, that didn't change anything. That made everything negative. Soviet propaganda. Yeah, that changed everything. Alright, 0. That's 2%. How do I? What's the percentage that you use? I mean, we got that up to 2%. I don't know. We had 2% at one point. Hold on. Is it just like more enthusiasm for sports? Yeah, we definitely want that. Anti-religious propaganda. Hold on. Let's Google this. Workers and resources. Highest criminality reduction settings for prisons. So let's take a look at this. Right? If I move that over there and we do this right here. Let's take a look at this together. All right. So it says AI overview. A high warden to prison ratio is a good thing. Guide. Let's check out the Steam guide. Police stations, courthouse, prisons. 1 to 1. That guy doesn't mention anything. Yeah, how to reduce crime rate. You could, but a loyalty limit for working in the prison. Greater loyalty will increase their effectiveness. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Let's do the 40% that we normally do. 40%. But I wanted like the workers in there, right? All right. All right, let's keep messing with it a little bit. Bottom of the prison section. Oh wait, the first article did mention. Oh dang it! Hold on. Workers and resources. Let's bring that back up. Give me a second. I got rid of it too soon. Okay. Which article? You saying like this guy? Simple series. What about with the wiki? What's the wiki say? Not really. One to two, loyalty and happiness shifts, resources, prison management, overall crime rate. Yeah, the AI thing doesn't really answer. You said simple series. I mean, we could watch this video and do like a. Is this Beelzebub? Yeah, it is. He takes a long time to explain anything. If I were to try to find like the exact moment in his video that we need to figure out, like that would take us a little while to figure out. Okay, let's just mess with it ourselves and learn ourselves. Okay. So, Soviet propaganda. Let's reduce that. Does that help? That does not help. Soviet propaganda going up. What are you, like, no cultural enjoyment? Let's do 100%. At 100%, we got up to 2% at one point. That does not seem to be the balance that we're looking for, though. That's not very consistently. I want their happiness like slightly. There we go. We want some happiness. And then now we have 2% on that. Let's reduce their alcohol preference. And reduce their religious preference. What's it look like if we just like tell them no, religion is horrible? Yeah, that doesn't work. That adds, look at that, that added 3% to their criminality. Okay, so that means that they really don't like the anti-religious talk. Let's do a 60-40 split. It's either not. What about 50-50? Culture. So you did like culture. You maximize loyalty and happiness in the prison. Alright, well, I don't think we can get much. 70-30 seems to be like a 2% reduction. I don't think we can get up to a 5%. That seems a little bit, that seems a bit much. Ooh, look at that. With a 10% reduction in alcohol. Let's get their happiness so that they're not losing happiness. No, they don't like that for some reason. $27.63 seems to be the most, like, really, I like, yeah, it kind of sucks that they would lose loyalty in here while they're in prison, but if we can reduce that by 2% on average, like, I think I'm good with that, you know? Like, that is a consistent reduction. Let's go like one more on that. Oh, there we go. Okay. 32.58.9 seems to be the best that we can do. Train is waiting too long. It's all because of you. Go home. And we are running out of money again. So, who cares? Just take the 1.7. Alright, 1.7 million. Borrow. And then we'll pay back 460,092. And we still have plenty left over. So let's do 604,215. Consolidate one loan. I can actually consolidate more. 612,258. All right. We are now sub 100,000 on our thing there. Okay. Let's keep working there. Get rid of this road here. Where we're going, we don't need roads, right? Okay. So get rid of that. Yeah, I'm gonna say not allow citizens to move into that building yet. And I'm gonna say not allow citizens to move here. Can I relocate these homeboys, these comrades? Yeah, I can relocate you here, 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 here. Oh, relocate there. I'm just trying to shove them anywhere that is already functioning. And that looks like all of the room that we have, and that didn't really get rid of many of those guys, did it? That's unfortunate. They're just gonna have to suffer, I guess. All right, you should have a bunch of workers. 105 workers, hell yeah. All right, let's go. We have a lot of construction projects going on. Just a lot of construction projects going on. There we go. Okay. Let's work on this rail. I'm still using the wooden rail, even though we have the concrete version available, but I feel like it's kind of a waste of an effort, because we're going to be using like the steam trains here for quite some time. Oh, okay, hold on. We can't go there, it looks like. We actually need to back up a little bit more. There's a fuel station right here. That's going to be a problemo. Alright, if we do like a sharp turn on this one, like, who cares, right? They'll just slow down going that direction. That's fine. All right, there we go. I'll hold off on starting that build though. So the other thing that I wanted to do is run that rail down here. Thank goodness. There's just enough room around the mountain right there. And then yeah, this would, you know, connect down here. As well. But I'm not building that section just yet. Should we go ahead and plan for it? Nah, I'm fine without. Oh, this rail is almost done. That's good news. Okay. So we need the temporary signals set up here as well. So just like that. I need a switch right here. Right, like... Oh, that's gonna be too close. Hold on. That's going to be too close, comrades. Again, we've learned a lot of lessons in this playthrough, and that is one of them. Okay. So. Do... Okay. Temporary signals everywhere. Yeah, we're desperately low on money yet again. I can take 1.8. Borrow, and we can pay this one back. 887,594. And what the hell? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta do a quick ad break. But before I do, okay, the cross before the station. Is there enough room to get a signal in? Oh, like right here? Hold on. There is. Perfect. All right, anyway, we gotta be on another ad break here real quick. We'll be right back. Okay. The other thought is, like, I could do like a connection right across through here as well. But oh, dudes, we got the new tower crane up here working. Oh, that's cool. I need another one of those. I wonder, can you purchase the tower cranes from here? I didn't think so, but I was kind of hoping you could. I'm gonna sell all those vehicles. All right, and then I'm gonna purchase a open hull. That's what I was looking for. Open hull. Yes, we're gonna get the big boy. One big boy coming on up, and we're gonna get another tower crane. Okay. I just want one more for now. I want more, but I just want one for now. The other issue that we're having is our waste is generating, which is why we got this guy over here working. I didn't realize we were gonna need a large version of that, but we apparently do need a large version of that. So don't let the million fool you. We are in crippling debt still, and will be for the foreseeable future. But I feel like this farm is going to help reduce the amount that we're spending on crops, because we imported a ton of crops last year, right? If we look at, well, let's wait until December. Let's wait. It's December 1959. We're about to go into 1960, which means this republic has been surviving for 30 years. Which is pretty great. Who cares about the anti-religious? I need these prisoners to be somewhat happy. There we go. There we go. With a little bit of, oh man, with a little bit of happiness, we got 3% up there now. 47, 48 minus 4. So let's do this. Let's increase their happiness so that they get happy. Yeah, because if they have some happiness, then their criminality goes down faster. Yes, we've survived 30 years. So, like, I mean, that's a good accomplishment, I feel. We need lots more comrades. Also, a small heat exchanger would not be a bad thing. Oh, that one's full. Okay. Small heat pump. And then we're gonna be out of resources. I put you... Where can I shove you right here? I can shove you right there. Alright, sweet. Boom. Boom. Hells yeah. I'm no longer getting the warnings of criminals though. So we're no longer getting the warning that says like you have too many criminals in your city. We were getting those warnings like constantly, but we're no longer. Oh no. How's your criminality increasing? Why? Because they have not received the new shift of wardens. That's what's going on. Why did it take you so long to get, you know, it was probably because they were refueling. I've got 2 trains working that line, but oh, the other thing, while I'm thinking about it, the other thing we need is another engine. So let's go steam locomotive. This guy has done, oh my god, they're expensive these days. Wow. Buying these early is the way to go. Hey, yeah, dude, thanks for hanging out, man. We'll catch you later. All right, well, we don't really have a choice on how expensive that is. All right. Yeah, there we go. I think we found a good ratio. Yeah, I think 67-27. And then like seems like way more effective over here. $56.25. If we can increase their happiness, then life will be better, I guess. They still lure culture, though. I need the maximum number of workers over here. I'm gonna pause the shopping mall so that that doesn't end up getting built before we're ready for it. 'Cause I don't want them waiting outside when there's nothing to be waiting for. Oh, we're almost done building the rail out to the new location over here. That's fantastic. We've got, honestly, just a teeny tiny little bit of the track left to go, and then that will be done. And build everything. Build it all. Oh, we could rebuild this road now. Now that we have that figured out. There's a police station right there. Oh, the other thing that we're gonna need over here is a couple things. We want the modern hospital. 450 patients. I don't think we need the modern hospital. That's a bit extreme. But having this hospital would not be a bad thing. Some of our vehicles are breaking down. It's no good, man. Some of our vehicles are breaking down. There we go. -3%. Criminality is the most we've ever seen. I wonder if I can get a more direct route. All right, let's finish this. It's usually easier for me to do it from this side. Oh, that's not connected. Why is that not connected? Temporary signals. I love temporary signals. Okay. Boom. Build it. Citizen happiness is too low. I should have taken a look at why, but we are not looking at why just yet. Gravel storage is still doing okay over here, and we're still producing chemicals, which is phenomenal. We do have a lot of construction jobs going on everywhere. Speaking of, I want you to come pick up vehicles and deliver them to here. Go. That's our first modern truck. It's getting stuck behind traffic. Building is on fire. That's a pretty important building, but there's a fire station literally right here. So I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay with that one. Hey, speaking of, I don't know if I have a fire station over here yet. Emergency. Honestly, this little one would be perfect. Oh. Let me shove it into a random ass corner. Like that. Yeah. Oh, I need you guys to get out of here. They're clogging up the rail network, as they usually do. Speaking of the rail network, this is now finished, so we can trade out these signals for the final ones. That can be chain in, and you can be mixed, chain in, mixed. Yeah. Train is waiting too long. Go. 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 Ah. And these guys start building, man. I swear. It clogs up our whole network. You can wait. Why are you waiting, though? There's no reason for you to wait. think it's because there's too many trains on this. I mean, that's exactly what's going on. Yeah, see, this one train doing this construction right here has slowed everything down. And it hasn't yet made it to the temporary signals yet. Construction. Keep working. Work on all the things. We need to get out there soon. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to check on was like last year we made 1.8 million, mostly in clothing, some in explosives, and a lot in alcohol as well. And then this year we haven't made much, but last month, no, this is the other thing I wanted to look at. Like last year, right? We spent 313,000 on chemicals, 183 tons of chemicals. That is a lot of freaking chemicals. And then 7,000 crops for 248,000 as well, which is, I don't think that this is gonna produce like 7,000, but between this and the other one, it might. The other expenditure that we're spending a lot of money on now is power. We're spending a lot on meat these days as well. So our top 3 that we can solve now are chemicals, crops, meat. Well, we can't solve chemicals because we made the mistake of building the small chemical factories, and these guys are just they're too small. They like even the big chemical factory, right? Even the big chemical factory only produces like 9.4, and that's if you can get it 700 workers, which is a crazy number. And you are holding everything up as usual. Oh, you know what? I think I need to set these up as temporary signals right now. Like, if I do mixed on that, to the construction site, maybe that will help. Maybe that will help. Who knows? Alright, we need to cram some more stuff in over here. And I think we may as well do a police station, but just like the little one. We don't need, like... We don't need the big boy here. Do. Okay. Let's plan out the residence halls. Just cram a whole crap ton of them in here. I can't quite fit that in there. This is going to be a pretty massive expansion to everything. Alright, let's not build. Don't build you yet. And we can go ahead and allow the construction of the other stuff though. Citizen happiness is too low. Unable to find food or meat. Why are you unable to find food or meat? I understand that you're not in walking distance of that, but you should be able to hop on the train and go shopping. Well, the trains are getting full. That's part of the issue. Do we extend these trains by one car? We may have to do that. Dude, come on. These freaking trains, man. The construction trains are really a problem once they get on the network. Alright, well, let's see here. Did we finish building this stuff yet? Nope. You do cement, right? So dry bulk tank. Yeah, there it is. Cement. Right. I'm gonna send the two smaller guys back to the depot because I don't think these guys are serving their purpose quite like I intended them to. And instead I buy the dry bulk tank. Yeah, buy the dry bulk tank, send them down here, and then what we'll do is we'll use that distribution center to move the dry bulk around, I guess. Oh man, these construction trains are really screwing the network over. These construction trains are the death of me. Once we've built this junction, though, it should go smoother, I think. Maybe we need temporary signals right here. Yeah, I don't know why these guys' happiness. Like, a couple of them are unable to get food, but most of them can. So it's kind of like, what's your major problem here? Made 152,000 last month, which is really good. Holy crap. That thing's massive. Should have known it was going to be big like that, but... football field. Basketball and volleyball courts. Aw, man. It'd be really good, really kind of you if you decided to let me place you here. Fantastic. All right. Alright, let's get rid of that. And let's move you down there. You down there. You know. Alright. The save games are taking a little longer. A little bit more information for it to save, I guess. Oh, there's no connection there, huh? Alright. It's okay, they can get out on the other side. Alright, it's fine. It's a lot of paths, but it should work out. Alright. I friggin' love these underground passages. These things are the absolute bee's knees, man. Alright. Right? Oh, it'd be really nice if you fit right there. Perfect. Just like that. Train is waiting too long. You're blocking the thing. Hey, that's also slowing us down a little bit with these rail things, the construction yard slowing it down, you know. Oh, I already have a sports hall there. I don't need this guy. I'd put more people over there. This is going to be a massive increase in the number of people. Again, I'm a huge fan of these underground passages. Because you can bypass a lot of the other stuff and like drastically increase their walking ranges with those underground passages. Like, oh, they're so good, man. They're so freaking good. Oh. These construction trains are gonna be the death of me. We're thankfully starting to get to the point where we've got enough connected that it is no longer entirely blocking the network. It's still blocking the network. It's not as bad as it used to be. How are we doing on our factories? How are we doing on our money? I do want you to stop construction on that. All right, let's change this up a little bit. Right? 'Cause I want high priority on this road here. What? I wish there was like a batch high priority. It'd be kind of nice. That would save me a lot of time. Okay. If I can get this all built. Oh, that guy's not connected. Or is he? Oh, he's connected. He's just connected with a wrong type of road. That's not necessary anymore. Just make all of the road over here a high priority. Make all of the road high priority. That is no longer necessary. Well, that'll be fine for now. They can figure out the rest later. All right. Citizen happiness is low in one of our buildings. I'm not happy with that, but I'm okay with that. Minus 4%. Oh man, that's getting up there. That's awesome. Minus 4%. What are we over here? Minus 3%. That's decent. We desperately need to reduce our crime. Because we still have a lot of crime. Look at that. 1,679 instances of crime. And then we have some low government warrant Enthusiasm. The other thing we're gonna need, I think we're gonna need children, a kindergarten. This one does 150 kids. 150 kids. And a school. 300 kids. Boom. Captain Adonis! Man, this game is epic, if you ask me, man. This game is exactly what you want in a city builder. Yeah, our new little town expansion here. Like, I mean, just look at this, right? We got construction going on here. Like I said last time, right? You have to build out the rail. Like, you can see it's all under construction here, and that's causing a little bit of a nightmare for me, because I keep getting trains that are blocking important rail networks. Can you name the buildings or streets? So you can name the buildings, yes. So for example, our prison is named the Hotel Scranton 5-Star Comrade. Dude, the music is so good in this game, I agree. But yeah, our hotel our prison here is the Hotel Scranton 5-Star Comrade. So, like, yes, you can rename the buildings. You can't rename the streets, though. At least I haven't found a way to name streets. But this, hold on. This is our glorious republic in all of its glory. You can now see the entire republic now. That's everything. That's everything. Oh, that is our glorious republic, and I love it. Beautiful. And we're building out this new farm over here, because this farm alone is not really working out yet, but that's okay. This new farm, I think, is going to function a lot better than this one does. So, you have to babysit these freaking rail construction vehicles. Kind of super annoying, because they block my freaking passenger trains from getting where they need to be. But, and they're moving slow right now because they don't have a lot of workers on them. But this is exactly what I was talking about, Adonis, like where you have to actually build the network out. Yeah, I could go green energy. We do have this wind farm set up here on the mountainside, which I think looks really cool, right? And we're building out another wind farm over here. So we're gonna have another wind farm right here. And it's not gonna generate a ton of energy, but I feel like it's gonna take the edge off. You know, like, I feel like it will reduce some of our burden. Anywhere we can save money is a good thing. we're building out a concrete factory over here. Speaking of saving money. Yeah, all of the passengers are done there. All of the passengers are done here. So it doesn't really matter if this guy waits a little bit longer. I mean, it does matter because we're not producing chemicals, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Speaking of the grand scheme of things, we have not done a gravel delivery in a while, and that's because I told you not to load gravel. My bad. I'll tell you to load gravel now that this is getting a little bit low. And I'll tell you to notify me if that's empty. Does it just work out like out of ore? Or is there some sort of wind speed? So there's wind speed. And it varies based on the season and stuff like that. So right now we're getting 4 meters a second of wind. Now we're getting 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, it varies. It fluctuates. And there we go. We got a train en route. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to stop loading the gravel. But look at this too. Like this is really cool. You can go into full-on first-person mode on the rail. Yeah, there is solar power. We don't have the technology yet for it though. But I think adding the solar energy will help us as well. I don't know, it's so cool because like everything you're seeing here was built. And that's gonna be a problem. You ignore. There we go. Problem solved. Those the rail construction vehicles are screwing my network over. This part is really cool. Let's... Right, he comes in, he empties out his gravel. We could probably do another train worth of gravel, but I think that's gonna be fine for now. We still have 1,509 tons of gravel in that storage. You added it to your wish list? Okay, so Adonis, the only way to play this game is in realistic hard mode. Okay? Do not bother with the easy stuff. Okay? Because you'll get used to that, and then when you play in non-realistic, you know, by the time like you're like, okay, I'll be ready for realistic, you won't be ready. So yeah, definitely play in realistic mode only, because that's what sets this game apart from other city builders. I would also highly recommend getting the early start DLC. Like this game, we started in 1930 and we are now in 1960. It is May of 1960. So all of this took 30 years to build. All of that took 30 years to build. So, you know, there's that. This guy broke down right there. Some of our vehicles are getting really, really super duper extra stupidly old. And, you know, I'm trying to I can't replace them right now because of how much debt we have. We have 5.4 million in debt. I also recommend stay away from loans if at all possible, because they will absolutely wreck you. And that's no good, man. Loans will absolutely ruin your day. Alright, you are having problems. Why can't you go? What's wrong with you? I don't see anything blocking your path, so what's wrong with you? Oh, it's the construction. We got a new excavator available. That's good. Can't buy it yet, but it's good that there's a new one out there. Oh, look, you are causing problems. It's another construction vehicle causing problems. Ignore the red signals. Just go do what you need to do. Oh, I see what the problem is. There's one construction vehicle on the network already, and our little stopgap signals have not taken effect yet. Slowing everything down, and the problem is that I'm a very rail centric republic right now. Like we're very rail centric, and so when I end up in situations where these guys are getting blocked because of the rail construction, that's an issue. Because again, the Republic thrives on rail right now. Which is pretty essential. And I gotta build more. Yes, I know about the traffic jam there. Thank you for warning me about it. I can see it with my own eyes, comrade. Alright, do you have power? You do have power, so are you the grocery distribution? You are. Give that guy meat. And we just unlocked, like, it looked like a Cessna. But it's not going to matter. I don't know. Do I just throw like a little shop over here? Or train is waiting too long. Go get the workers there, please. How much time do they have left? See, they only travel for 4 hours before they give up. I don't think these guys are gonna make it in time. Yeah, see? They all left. They left a moving train, though. That's the wild thing about that. Ooh. That guy needs water. What do you know? I got a water connection right here. And I still got one more extension spot that I can utilize in the future. Oh, good. All right. The construction continues. And bleeding money continues. But it's okay. I have also reduced the number of like workers and stuff. Oh, look at all the freaking workers at the train stations. That's a lot of comrades waiting to go to work. Still doing fine on food. How 36 tons of explosives over here. Like, I think we're doing okay. The fact that like this number is going down is obviously concerning, but swear to all that's holy. Whenever you turn on rail construction and allow your construction vehicles to do their job, it absolutely just destroys my network. Because it adds too many trains, essentially. It adds too many trains to the network, is what's going on. Like, the network runs smoothly without the construction vehicles on. But then once the construction vehicles are on there, oh man, everything slows down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go on one more ad break here. Unfortunately, you get an hour's worth of free entertainment for 3 minutes worth of ads. So just stick with me and we'll be right back. And let's do that. Okay. I don't leave my automatic ads on because I want to be able to warn people that we're going into an ad break. Because I've watched a few other streamers who just leave it on automatic and they'll be like blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden there's an ad that like interrupts their sentence and just like destroys everything that they were saying. I don't know. It doesn't seem wise to leave automatic ads on. Alright. Stop construction. Stop construction. Also, get citizens. Get citizens. Get citizens. Get citizens. I don't want to spend a lot of money on citizens. Alright. Stopped production. It's June 1960. Our glorious republic continues. Plenty of room for expansion and other activities, though. Okay. Okay. Well, everything's gonna be a little bit more okay once this section of the rail network is finished. I feel like once this junction is done, that's gonna speed things up. Same thing can be said for over here, which this guy is having an issue now. I'll tell him he can go ahead and go. Now this guy has an issue, which I can teleport him back. Now you can't do that teleportation much. I need 2 switchbacks. Right here. Oh, hold on, that's too close. I need 2 switchbacks. Or there. And like here. No. Wait, hold on. That one's supposed to be like that. That one's like that. Alright. See, our little excavator's working away. And we're back from the ad break. Alright, sweet. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go. The other thing is, I might. Well, I don't really need to retire this. I don't think there's any small containers for trash. It's all industrial trash over here. All right. Oh, okay. Hold on. I want you to pick up, load cement there, and drop off cement there. A typical anime girl has just raided with 4 people. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. So good to have you here. Let's do typical anime girl. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh shoot, hold on. No. I'm a really good streamer, I tell you what. I'm very professional at this game, or at this. Anime girl. I've enjoyed watching your streams. Super professional. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go.
Sir?
Ooh, what game is this?
Sir, are you okay? Do I need to call? Do I need to call somebody? Is your mom gonna come pick you up?
What game is that?
You need to leave.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it just takes
sorry.
a random clip from your channel. It just takes a random clip. It takes, it's like it doesn't really. It can even take clips from like years ago. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it can take clips from a really long time ago. It's basically, what it does is it searches your channel for a clip and it chooses one at complete random. All right, we're getting comrades down to the. Also, and typical anime girl. Look, this is my republic. Look at this. This is what we've built in the last 30 years. Right here. This is everything. So we got waste processing over here, and this is messed up. You were playing Vicky 3 and having a good time? Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is our clothing industry and food and alcohol, and then we got a wind farm up here on the mountainside, which is kind of fun. We've got like by the way, I don't know if you've used these yet, but the rail distribution yard, so good, so very, very useful to your network. We got a little turnaround spot there if we need it. That's where all of our construction materials are located right now. We've got all of the glorious republic over here. We got our TV station doing doing good work with our propaganda. Speaking of the propaganda, how is it working? Yeah, we got 63% loyalty. Just starting to utilize that. Yeah. And then we got the radio station is over here. We've got Hotel Scranton, which is our prison for the non-believers, which is actually doing pretty good. It's reducing crime rates by about 4%. And we have our original prison over here, which is reducing crime. Yeah, good to spread the good news about the Republic. Exactly. We're planning an expansion to the city over here. And this is we're gonna cram a lot of comrades into this area. So, like, as you can see, we've got this is 210, 420, 630, and 800. This is almost like 1,000 more comrades being added to our glorious Republic. So, but this is a future expansion. We're not quite ready for it yet. This is our priority. A brand new field, farm. And as you can tell, so this is the first farm that... It's not the first farm that I've ever built in the game. It's the first large-scale farm I've ever built in the game. And this is woefully inefficient. I'm hoping that this design will be a lot more efficient. We'll see. We'll see, because this... It's working, and it's done us well for several years. But one of our biggest imports last year, one of the largest imports, is crops. We imported 7,270 tons of crops last year. If I can reduce, I mean, look how expensive that is. Like, look, last year, it's our #2 expense at 248,489 rubles over the course of the year. Our other big expense, and our largest expense by far, is chemicals, which I've got 2 chemical factories over here working, trying desperately to cut that in half. But I made the mistake of doing the small chemical factories, and it's not enough. It doesn't do enough for the Republic. So, also, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the rail distribution yard that it can go ahead and deliver some gravel again. So here's our gravel train going down the network. It's kind of fun to watch it go through the network like this. We are very rail dependent, and it drastically, honestly, it's one of the things that saved us in the beginning, is being so rail centric, because you can move a lot more goods with one vehicle with the train as compared to, like, having to move all, like, if we had to move 215 tons with the whatchamacallit, with trucks, like, that would take forever. And see, the rail construction vehicles are screwing my network up, but we don't have too much longer on the construction, at least. But yeah, they're kind of messing with my vibe here. Yeah, like, I think the beautiful thing about this game, right, is as we go on this train, is just the fact that everything you see here was built by us over the course of the 30 years that this Republic has survived for. Which, you know, that's pretty fun, in my opinion. But yeah, big train. It's one of the largest trains that our rail network can handle. But it's also really cool, right? So he's 132 meters long. And then he'll come in here and he'll drop off the gravel right here. And bam. There he goes. All right. So he just delivered some more gravel. I'll tell them to go ahead and stop doing gravel, because it will take a while to get through that 210 tons that we just delivered. It'll take a little while. And we're still building out this network here. I'm going to tell you to stop taking people for now, because that is not important. But you know what is important? I'll show you what's important. Statues of Lenin. Ooh, or can we fit the Soviet symbol in there? Even better. Let's remind them where they're from. Ooh, can I get you to fit in here? Oh yeah, heck yeah. There we go. As you come into this part of town, you get reminded of where you're at. Right. I think like once some of these switches and stuff are built, go ahead, ignore it. So here's one of the problems, right? Like, this section of the track is not built, and so these signals stay red because it's like, hey, this section of the track is not built, and it's like, yes, we know, we're trying to build it. We made a little bit of money last month, and we are in the positive this month, but we do have to keep an eye on this number and potentially take another loan. That needs to be a high priority, please, and thank you. Ooh, that's gonna have waste. I didn't realize. I should have realized. What did you do? Come on, finish these jobs, please. Oh. I was like, why is this not producing anything? Well, it's because this is not finished. And how much further does it have to go? Quite a bit. It's got quite a lot left. There is a vehicle. Ew, why do I have 2 oil cars left? Oopsies. All related vehicles. No. Oh my gosh, dude, finding that one truck. Oh. Finding that one truck is going to be a pain in the rear. Oh, you know what? Let's do it this way. Tire map. Let's do open hole. Is that you? It is you. Fantastic. How easy was that? Oh, that's so much better. There we go. I had that one truck running back and forth trying to pick up vehicles that are non-existent. That's no bueno. You know what would be nice is like a real gas station over here. Well, there's no power. There's no power over there. We've got power up to here though. Building on fire. That's right next to a fire station. I'm not concerned about that. They're gonna get that under control in no time. There's a big old fire station right there, right next to it. So, and sure enough, those comrades did get that situated. I'm not sure what you said over on YouTube, but welcome to the channel all the same. Okay. So, yeah, we got one dude up and running. Reducing our power consumption just a teensy little tiny bit. Which is gonna be a good thing. Still have a ton of people in prison. What? Yeah, look at that. Minus 4%. Almost 5%. That's awesome. And that's almost 4% over here too, which is fantastic. We desperately need to reduce the amount of crime that we have in our city, which is we've been working on that for the last several years, and we're down to 550 incidences of crime. If you remember, we were at like 1,500, so like we're reducing it slowly but surely. I feel like I might need more buses over here. No, that guy's doing okay on that. That guy is doing fine. You now have that bus station as well, and I do have buses running to that station. Okay, we are desperately low on money again, so we need to take yet another loan. Let's go ahead and borrow 1.8 and we will pay back 809,153. And we're down to 4 loans, but our payment is absolutely insane. The payment is absolutely insane, but that's okay. Yeah, and we're getting our own crops already. I was hoping to have this done by this year, but our construction crews have had other ideas apparently. Even though that's all set to like high priority, it's taking a while. It's taking a while. Awesome. All right. You're set to high priority. Perfect. Okay. Let's see here. I want to unload, and we'll do chemicals. Then they will have chemicals to be able to start producing liquid fertilizer, which we can then use as our source once that's operational. And there's a little bit in storage. We can use that as our source. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be the end of the stream today, because I've got somebody coming over in about a half an hour. So I do want to be ready for that. But yeah, that's our glorious republic in the entire screen right there. And we're still in absolute crippling debt, which yay. But like, once I'm able to like curtail some of our expenses, like we can make a lot of money. Like we were positive 500,000 like when you just do this, right? Like when you last year we were positive 127,000 overall, including the loan interest. Okay, so like we're right there, we're almost there to the point where we can just, you know, finish or we can get out of debt. And I feel like once this is built, then we stop construction. We probably stop construction for several years. Basically, like once all of this is done as well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell them to, no, I want them to finish the farm first. I was gonna start this expansion build, but I want them to finish the farm first. Okay. And I kind of feel like our rail, anyway, this game like draws your attention, right? So let's save it. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go find somebody fun to raid. But before we do, let's hit those beautiful credits. Okay, I want to thank Typical Anime Girl for the raid today. That was awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you to, yeah, that's about it. We didn't get any new followers this time around. That's fine, no worries. All right, let's find somebody to raid over here. And same category, if you please. Yeah, let's go raid this guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow after work. So I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.